Execution of a traitor during war in Afghanistan, 1980.
It was June 1980, just 6 months after the Soviet Union had invaded its southern neighbor to forestall the collapse of a pro-Soviet government in Kabul. Condemned by an Islamic war tribunal for denouncing 9 families to the Russians, the man in the photo is escorted 20 kilometers outside Kabul for execution. The pictures were taken by the French photographer Alain Mingam, who was covering Mujahideen rebels in Afghanistan. Largely because he was sympathetic to the Mujahideen's cause fighting against the Soviet invaders, Mingam was specifically brought to a place to witness an execution. Sometimes referred to as the Soviets' version of the Vietnam War, the Soviet war in Afghanistan ended up being a losing battle for the Soviet Union, and in many ways, accelerated the dissolution of communism in the East. The Democratic Republic of Afghanistan, DRA, was formed in 1978 following the Saur Revolution, which resulted in the overthrow of the Afghanistan monarchy with the Soviet Union's tactical support. In 1978, the year leading up to the war, the president of the DRA, Nur Mohammad Tariqi, implemented socialist land reforms and modernization reforms, including changing marriage customs that conservative Afghan citizens felt threatened their Islamist culture. The following year, Tariqi was killed and replaced by Hafizullah Amin, but a growing insurgency from inside the country, as well as from China, Pakistan, and Iran, known collectively as the Mujahideen, would quickly become a problem for the newly instated DRA government. The DRA pleaded for large-scale Soviet support, and the Soviets obliged, but much to their dismay. Due to heavy financial support and the supplying of arms to the Mujahideen by the US and Saudi Arabia, the insurgent forces ended up being too much for the Soviets, eventually forcing them to withdraw their troops from the country in 1989.
If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel.